In this video, I'll be answering an email question I received from Mamantha. So I'll just start reading. Namaste, Sabbir. I came across your site while I was searching for more of Dr. Hawkins' videos, and I'm very grateful for your introduction to self-inquiry and Muji, and also reaffirm my belief in Dr. Hawkins and his work. He really transformed me, and within a month of exposure to his material, I feel I have grown lifetimes spiritually. And now your exposure to self-inquiry and Muji is taking me even further. And for the past 12 years, I have been living hours away from the birthplace of Swami Ramana Maharishi, but never followed his work, although knew him to be a great spiritual soul in recent times. Also, although I had downloaded A Course in Miracles a couple of months ago, only after listening to your story I have started on the workbook, and I'm now on lesson 13. I'm using your old videos of the lessons for guidance. I have a couple of questions related to both paths of growth. When I'm following along with self-inquiry from your videos or with Muji's meditation tapes, I'm getting headache, especially in the temples and between the eyes and bridge of the nose area. I'm able to cancel any pain in the rest of the body using self-inquiry or Hawkins' Feel the Feeling method. That's a video that I've also got on YouTube, except for the headache. Any suggestions or what I could be doing wrong? So you're getting headache, especially in the temples and between the eyes and the bridge of the nose. Okay. So if you're listening to Muji meditation and you're getting headaches, especially in the temples and between the eyes and the bridge, well, see that this is a specific area. One of the things with self-inquiry is that you can inquire into what's witnessing or observing that specific area. So if you've got something around the temples and the nose, say there is a headache around here, well, that's like an object. What's witnessing the object of this sensation, this ball of tension? And is this observing of this ball of energy here, is it identified with that? Now, if it is, if it seems like this tension is affecting the witnesser, is there another witnesser that is watching this observer intermingled with the tension, which is a detached witnesser, which has no interest in identifying with either the observer or the phenomena? And if you can be in this space, is there a headache in this detached witnessing field? So you keep the inquiry process with that, and it will dissolve. Otherwise you can, as you're doing, keep on with the cancelling of beliefs around this area. That's what I would do. So you have another part to the question. Recently, every man who is close to my son's physical appearance, with glasses and height and weight, from far all looks like my son, even if they are older. I'm wondering if it is due to missing him. He lives in the east coast of the US and I'm in the west coast or in India most of the time. Or is it because I'm starting to see oneness? Which is wishful thinking maybe, she puts in brackets. Well, when you start to get to the more evolved states of consciousness, I mean, you put it there, it's probably more because you're missing him. And the attachment to your son is very great. So the ego's projections are starting to seek him or see him everywhere. So it's more of an ego projection if you're seeing your son everywhere. That's how I would see it. But you can do self-inquiry whenever you see your son to the detached witnesser or the observer that's highly identified with anything that looks like your son. You can do the early Course in Miracle lessons. One of my favorite is, if you have a photo of your son, you look at the picture for 2 seconds and say, this sun is meaningless, and then you look for 2 seconds at the ceiling and you say the ceiling is meaningless. Then you look for 2 seconds at the light and say that's meaningless. So as you put your attention equally on all of these different random objects in the room and say they're meaningless, you'll start to let go of the projection of specialness or meaning that's attached to that specific type of image or that you're seeing, because every object and every person is equally in the bliss states, equally beautiful. No specific object is more or less beautiful. It is revealed in those higher intrinsic non-dual states. And it finishes, thank you so much. I hope you can join your weekly satsang classes, maybe by telephone. I'm grateful to the Divine for bringing Dr. Hawkins Muji and you into my life. Sincerely, Mamantha. Well, currently I am running spiritual groups every Saturday in London, central London, at 3 o'clock. A few people are starting to make requests for something where international people can join in, and so I will start to look into that. And if people have ideas of I don't know whether it's going to be a YouTube group thing or broadcast, or I think there's various other platforms I'm not too familiar, Snapchat, Periscope. So if people have ideas or if people have technical know-how, please do let me know, and maybe we can start up a group for the international people who are interested in either satsang or letting go of beliefs.